What's good? We are back at it again, man. Welcome to another edition of Dat Talk Podcast, where we go over our opinion on sports by going over the facts with the stats. I go by the name of Bake, and I got my co-host with me.
Hey, man. It's the football guru, Mr. Too Many Reasons himself, man. You feel me? I'm a football guy. Just a football guy. You feel me? Things you need to know about football, I got it.
You ain't got the helmet today. I see that though.
No, I didn't bring out the helmet today. I'll say that for another show. One of these shows, I'm gonna do the whole show with a helmet on. I may just do the whole show.
Wow.
Just I could give you my real life insight, some tunnel vision when it comes to this football stuff. So,
okay.
You feel me?
I feel it, man. I hope we have a season. I don't know if we're gonna have an NFL season this year.
We gotta have a season, bro. It's for the culture. Like we have to have a season. My team is moving to Vegas. We gotta have a season just for the simple fact that the Raiders are moving to Vegas, man. Like, come on. You know, we was gonna do big things for the economy in Vegas.
Yeah. What?
My guy, shout out to my guy T Rose. He was looking to try to get a job with the NFL because the draft got canceled. You feel me? So we gotta have a season so my guy T Rose can get a job, because if he gets a job, it's a good chance he can plug me and so on and so forth. So give us a damn season. Please, Corona. We are begging. Give us a season.
Just long as we taking care of the safety and making sure everybody's good and safe.
Yeah, of course.
Need some sports, man. Ain't nothing on TV. I probably watched every episode on Netflix right now. Every show. I'm big.
I watched a lot of Wayne's Brothers, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to a lot of different TV shows. Ozark.
Oh,
I just finished.
It's lit.
I just finished How to Get Away with Murder. Like, you feel me? We ran out of shows, and here's the worst part, bro.
What?
Due to the coronavirus, a lot of shows ain't gonna be coming back because can't nobody record. So we are legitimately running out of resources. We just gotta be 100. We are running out.
It's about to be rough, bro. Rough. But before we get to today's discussion, man, because it's Thursday, it's football day.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, man, these comments from last week, and your man Collins, he don't never do this to you, but this is what he did to me. He said, man, Burrows and Herbert have done nothing. Are you sober-tober? There's this thing called a rookie wall. They all will hit it. The Chargers are at best third best in the AFC West. Falcons at best will be the third in the
Got to be objective to the people, man. Don't take the car.
It's not that I'm not objective. I just want that same smoke to be equally distributed. I don't want no logical answer when you come and say Jalen Green's going to beat somebody that's in the pros, Jason Tatum. And come on, man. When you said that, he was, well, I'm taking Tatum. He didn't say, am I sober-tober to you? He didn't say that. It's atrocity. This is atrocity right now. And then he added to that. He said, Atlanta's making the playoffs. In the words of Ocho Cinco, child, please.
Ooh, shout out to Ocho. Child, please. I mean, yeah. And another one of my guys by the name of Mike Lloyd, he said, my guy Dede, a.k.a. Bake, has overcooked his hot takes. Ooh. Hey, man, hey. So that's a quote from my guy Mike Lloyd. I told him I just wanted to make sure I shared that one because that was a gem. Bake overcooked his hot takes. Because people don't. Yeah.
How did I overcook my hot takes?
I mean, people, I guess, it goes back into maybe a couple of weeks ago with the whole Ravens and the 49ers not making the playoffs type thing. People just, feel like, your hot takes is it's being overcooked. They in that oven a little too long, Chief.
Hey, it's nothing wrong. Sometimes you need to make sure it's cooked. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no. I don't want to see no red on that thing.
Oh, you're a well done kind of brother, huh?
Well done, because it's got to be well done. Ain't no ands and ifs. But we on to today's discussion. We talking about top 5 receivers in the NFL today.
Do you got them hands?
Yeah, do you got them hands? Can you make big plays? What's your yards after catch? All that.
Your rack and yak.
What's your rack? Okay, in your yak. Okay. I got an amazing list.
Top 5, right?
Top 5.
You get to go first this week, man. I went first last week with top 5 QBs.
I'm gonna give you my number 1, man.
Oh yeah, you like to go in reverse order. No anticipation.
Jones is the best receiver to ever play in the NFL to this day. Julio Jones. He didn't even have the best year last year or whatever. He dropped in touchdowns. I give him that. He had that many touchdowns, but he had 99 receptions for 1,300 yards. Another 1,300 yard season, I should say. I should say, with 99 receptions. So, obviously, the man is one of the best. Wait, hold on. He had 21 plus total catches past 20 yards. Then he had 3 of them things past 40 yards. And then he had a 54 was his longest yards. And then if you're going to a percentage ratio, fumbles, no fumbles. No fumbles. No, he had one. I'll take that back. He had 1 fumble. And he had 157 targets. It's funny that they don't go over the racks. Why they don't give it the racks? They don't give you the racks? NFL racks.
NFL don't always like giving the racks, man.
That's crazy. They don't give you the rack. I'm gonna have to let me see if I can find the racks, because this man is by far one of the best, one of the most explosive.
So I found something for you. He had it don't show per game or how much, but his yak, he had 364 yak yards.
It's beautiful. That's beautiful.
364 yak yards.
And I'm trying to figure out why they don't show you that though. They don't show you.
No, they don't. They don't show you. They don't show you the actual. You want the actual like per yard yak type thing.
Catches whatnot. I'm surprised they don't show you that stat. I think he averaged 14 yards. It says 14 yards a catch. He's damn near, or it says 14. Right.
So 14 yards a catch, but the yak is once you catch it, what you do after. So he can catch it for 4 days.
But they don't have that. That's interesting. Who you got as your number 1 though? Who's your number 1?
Oh, my number 1 was Michael Thomas.
Hold up.
It's just that simple. Michael Thomas is my number 1 receiver in the league. I just feel like the man had 1,725 yards, 9 tubs. If I'm not mistaken, he broke the reception record this year. 149 receptions. Sheesh.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of targets, but you got to catch all those targets.
Yeah.
You feel me? You still and the thing is, kind of like Julio and kind of like some of the other great receivers, you know who you got to stop. Michael Thomas not a speed burner. Julio is faster than Michael Thomas. Yes. So Michael Thomas ain't taking the top off the defense, and the man is just can't be stopped. Can't be stopped, Mike.
Yes, he could. If you couldn't be stopped, the New Orleans Saints would have been in the championship.
Or Julio could be stopped, the Atlanta Falcons would have made the playoffs, but that's neither here nor there. So, I said it. Yeah. So I feel like
get it to the Raiders though. We ain't gonna take it there.
Yeah, but anyway, I just feel like can't guard Mike. He's just the best receiver in the league currently right now, based off what I'm just looking at last year. And I got Mike number 1. At number 2, I got Julio. Julio is my number 2. I just feel like, the man is 6'4", 4'3", built like Zeus.
He's a specimen.
Yeah, man, the man, and again, only thing I hate, it's not even hate. Only thing I dislike, and I don't even think it's Julio's fault.
The
Falcons don't get the man in the end zone enough. Damn.
A triple team, quadruple team. He's getting covered by 4 or 5 people.
That's what I'm saying. I don't hate Julio for it. I just feel like you gotta find a way to get the man in the end, scheme it up a little bit. Put the man in the slot, motion him. All I say, just do a little more to get the man in the end zone. That's all.
Listen to this. I can't believe you got Michael Thomas as the number 1 because Julio Jones had less receptions and he had 1,300 yards, and Michael Thompson had 149 receptions and he only had 3 more touchdowns. He only had 17 big plays, 17 catches past 20 yards plus. That's come on, man.
The man had over 50 more catches than Julio.
So that should show you they're not doubling that man. They're not triple teaming that.
You know what that shows me is better coaching because they find a way to make sure that their guy is always getting the ball. I'm not knocking Julio. It's not Julio's fault his coaching sucks.
Hey,
Atlanta sucks.
Like my man Quinn and our offensive coordinator, what we doing? Hey, we had a rough year. We had a Shanahan left us, and he left us dry.
Dirk Cutter ain't the one.
All right, it is what it is. We trying to figure it out. We trying to figure this thing out.
Love Julio. Get the man some more touches.
My number 2 is DeAndre Hopkins, one of the most
nuke
players in the NFL. You throw it to him, he gonna get it. And I love DeAndre Hopkins. I just felt like, I wish they had a better team because I feel like Watson does everything he can and to create for DeAndre, but he's another one of those players where they triple team him, double team him, and when you ain't got a lot of other receivers to help as much, not saying the Falcons don't, because Ridley is up there he's gonna be nice. He's gonna be nice. Or whatever case may be. I love Ridley. But DeAndre Hopkins don't really have a number 2, so they can guard him crazy, and they can take away. But for him to put up 104 receptions, 7 touchdowns, 1,100 yards again with 150 targets, man, it's solid, bro. Solid, and I rock with him. I love DeAndre Hopkins as the number 2 best wide out.
Who's your number 3, man? Who's your number 3?
Ooh, this is a tough one. And I feel like this dude don't get a lot of respect because his drive and his competitive nature to play. Odell Beckham.
Hold up.
Oh, wow.
I feel like Odell Beckham is the 3rd best wide receiver in the NFL. I just feel like when he went to the Giants or whatever the case may be, he didn't have a lot of help, so they double team him, triple. It's hard. And for him to not be that tall and to be able to do the things he's done, he's still recognized for that one-hand catch that every little kid go outside and try to perfect. It's hard to do, but he made it look easy. The man is a gamer. It's just his will and his desire to win gets overshadowed by his personality. They don't like his personality because it's so flamboyant, but I just feel like that's passion. He wants to win at all costs. He wants to be able – I don't care if you got 3 people on me. He wants to be able to – he just wants the ball thrown to him. But when he get that ball, his yards for after catch is crazy. Odell can catch a 2-yarder and touchdown. Odell, what did he do? What he do? Hit him with the damn Odell Beckham. Even though his stats ain't the best, he didn't have a great year last year with the Cleveland Browns. It was a horrible year, but I still think he's number 3. Put him on a better team. He's the number 3. We'll take him. Odell, come to Atlanta. You had the best year ever. Best year.
Yeah, I'll take Odell right now in Vegas. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you with that. My number 3 was Hopkins.
Okay.
You put his stats out there. What the man did. It's always unfortunate that Will Fuller just can't stay healthy because with Will Fuller in that offense, now Hopkins is out in Arizona. So I want to, I'm about to see what
have a field day out there.
Yeah. I mean, Hopkins, Fitz, Christian Kirk, Kenyon Drake in the backfield, Kyler Murray at quarterback. Cliff Kingsbury has no excuses with this team as far as offensively. Defensively, they probably still trash. But offensively, they got some boys, and they should be able to go get it. So, seeing Hop, especially with a vet like Fitzgerald, that can continue, you can still learn from and groom him and help him out in little intricacies in his game, because to me, he's a complete receiver. He can run every route in the route tree. He'll play the slot. He'll play the X or the Z. He can move the man around. I just love his game, and I just think that he's that guy. At my number 4,
who you got?
This may surprise some people, because I just feel like this is gonna surprise some people. I got Tyreek Hill at number 4. Last year was kind of his first injury real season, but as a Raider fan and a guy who has to watch the AFC West constantly, Ty Hill is a problem. Is a serious problem, because he can outrun. Like, I think people need to really understand football. People run cover 3 to protect themselves from getting beat over the top. Cover 3, cover 4. People usually do that to put more people in the box or worry about the run game. Ty Hill is outrunning dudes who are already playing 10 yards off. It's phew. It's like, what do you do? Man, you saw in the Super Bowl, the man, Patrick Mahomes bought some time, but the man ran a route, and the DB was just running, and everybody's just running, and he just catches the ball. I just feel like his speed and his ability to make catches, because he makes tough catches. In an earlier game in the season, he mossed 2 dudes on the Texans. Like, give me that.
Yeah, he did.
So he's willing to go do that. He has the speed. He could play the slot. He'll take the ball from the running back position. I just love his game. Only reason why I kind of moved him to 4 is because, like I said, I like the pureness out of Thomas, Julio, and Hop. But Ty Hill, man, is a problem, and he's only getting better. And it sucks for me to say it, because I got to see the man for the next 2 years or the next 10 years in case he playoff. Yeah. So I gotta pay homage to Ty Hill and show that man the respect that I feel like he deserves. Who's your number 4?
Michael Thomas. I gotta give him respect. I got him as a top receiver in the game. I feel like his knock is he's not that explosive. So a lot of his yards are like catches are like dumps. They're like 4 or 5 yards here and there. And don't get me wrong. Hey, if they give it to you, take what the defense give you. But he never was. He's not a guy that you catch that thing and you got to worry about him getting away from you. In my opinion, I just feel like he's a sure hand guy. He can catch that thing. He's gonna catch it. You put it in there, he's gonna catch it, and that's what receivers are known by. But as far as like the other things that other receivers are known by, I'm gonna go and say that he's number 4. Because of those tangibilities. I can't take away his history, heroic season that he had, but come on, man. You're getting a lot of them dumps and dimes. And
I feel like
here, 6 yards, you know what I'm saying?
Michael Thomas, to me, is our modern-day Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
Because Michael Irvin, big play Irvin, you feel me, the playmaker.
Yeah.
He wasn't a guy that was going to take the top off the defense. he'd catch a deep ball here and there.
Yeah.
But he ate. He was just sure hands. He ate in the middle of the field. He'd run that route, So like I said, that's why, and some people argue that people will take Michael Irvin over Jerry Rice. So
yeah, that is true. And
people say that. People say that.
Dude, you put it in his hands, he ain't dropping it. He was like Chris Carter. Chris Carter was another one. You put it in Chris Carter's hands, it was a, oh my God, did he really drop that?
Yeah. And not a lot of speed though either.
He couldn't get you, but
Larry Fitzgerald, another one of them guys.
Exactly.
Because Fitz got hands.
Fitz
probably got the best hands in the league right now. If we was just doing hands, I'd probably give it to Fitz over anybody.
I don't know. D-Hop got some hands, bro.
I know, but come on, but the longevity. Fitz been doing it.
Fitz got hands. I'm not knocking that. So my number 5, man. This was a toss-up. I know they're about to be mad because they said if I gotta stick to my freaking hot takes and keeping them in there too long, then I gotta keep it going. My
Here we go.
Best receiver in the game. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Hold up.
From Los Angeles Rams, Cooper Kupp. The boy, 94 receptions, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns, 21 deep plays. He tied with Julio Jones. 4.3 speed. Cooper Kupp, not a 4.3, but he up there in the 4.4, 4.5. 21 big playmaker. He's a playmaker. When he's on that field with my man Goff, that's his number one dude. It's Cooper Kupp. You got to stop Cooper. If you can't stop Cooper, then you're going to take a super duper L because the Los Angeles Rams is nice with Cooper Kupp on that field, man. I got to give it to Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is a dude. He had 10 touchdowns, more touchdowns than your boy Michael Thomas with less catches. 94, and he was hurt a few times throughout the season, so he could have had better numbers. So I'm rocking with my man Cooper Kupp. If you want to be mad, I don't care. Cooper Kupp is going number 5 in my top 5 to playing right now. Now what? What's up?
Yeah, that's an interesting hot take. That one right there, that was interesting. You surprised me with that one, brother.
Yes. I like Tyreek Hill, though. I do like Tyreek Hill, but I love Cooper Kupp, too. Cooper Kupp is that guy. He'll catch that thing.
Yeah. My number 5, I feel like people need to show this man respect. My number 5 was Mr. Davante Adams, Go Dogs, Mr. Fresno State himself. I feel like Davante Adams don't get enough respect, man. His numbers wasn't the greatest last year. 83 catches, under 1,000 yards receiving. He had 5 tubs. But I kind of attribute that to some of the new offense. They ran the ball a lot last year, and A-Rod wasn't taking as many chances last year. And he really has. We can't even name who his number 2 is.
He don't.
He doesn't have. Ridley. I feel like Ridley, and even in New Orleans with Ted Ginn and the scheme. Hop had Will Fuller and Deshaun Watson and
Kamara coming out that backfield for New Orleans.
Yeah, man. But like I said, when I look at Davante, there is no real help out there in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And, I just feel like the young man can run all the routes. He has pretty good hands.
That's probably one of his strong suit is his hands. Davante, you throw it to Davante Adams, he gonna catch that thing. His big knock was speed.
But he gets open.
No, he does.
He gets open.
Route runner. He's very athletic.
Man. And like I said, I really like Davante. Going to Fresno State, it's another one of those things where you got to see him just mature. And I've watched him from college to the pros and watch how his game has just elevated. So I just feel like, you gotta show that man a little bit more respect.
I got him as top 10 top receivers for sure. I don't know if top 5 because there are some players, like I said, who's doing some things. Like I like my man Jarvis Landry. I love Jarvis Landry. Him and Davante are sort of similar. They're not like top speed guys, but they run amazing routes and they got amazing hands. When you throw it to them, it's 9 times out of 10 they're gonna pull it down because their hands is like glue, bro. It's like glue. And I rock with those players, and I think they don't get a lot of fair shake because of maybe the teams they're on and the attempts that they may be getting, and the schemes. Sometimes it's schemes too. Sometimes they scheme is not to throw the ball a lot. But for Davante, I'm not knocking that 5th pick. I like it. I rock with the 5th pick if that's where you got him at. I would have had him at 7 or 6, maybe. That would have been in my top 10 or whatever the case may be. But I'm solid with my 5 though. Julio, D-Hop, my man Odell Beckham, my man Thompson and Cooper, and I'll probably have Devontae Adams at 6 or 7. I may even squeeze in my man Tyreek Hill, then Devontae Adams. But I like those dudes. Those dudes are.
I mean,
and I can't forget it. I forgot about this dude, and I know he's been injury prone a lot. Keenan Allen.
Hey, that was crazy thing. I was about to Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is a guy. He doesn't. I feel like because the Chargers ain't where they're supposed to be, according to LA Charger fans, because as a Raider fan, they're exactly where they're supposed to be. But I feel like Keenan Allen needs a little bit more respect. The young man, another dude who just got paid, Amari Cooper, is good. But the guy that we did mention, who was my 6, kind of go back and forth, is Mike Evans. Mike Evans is a monster. And he is like, his numbers are consistent and consistent and consistent and consistent. It's just been unfortunate he's been in Tampa Bay. So I really think we're really about to see Mike Evans shine this year with Tom Brady. I feel like we're really going to see him. And I think we're going to get a sense to see him in more primetime games so people can really appreciate how good he really is. So I have Mike Evans as probably my 6 or 7, along right there with Odell. It was kind of my toss-up right there. But, yeah, Mike Evans, man, needs his flowers right now.
My last dude, honorable mention, and he's still I believe he was a rookie this year. But this dude, I don't like 49ers making the playoffs because I still don't think they are. But that boy Debo is going to be a problem. And I got to give respect. I got to put respect on his name. Debo is a problem. He's a bully on that football field. His speed, his power, his route running, the dude is a monster. He is a must play. You got to get the ball in his hand type of player because he's going to make a big play. I got to give it to him. I feel like he's coming, and eventually Debo going to be in that top 5 eventually because what he did for the 49ers and what he's going to do, I still think he's going to be nice, but I still don't think they make the playoffs. I don't care. You heard it. You heard it. You're not making the playoff.
Debo's nice, man. I like Debo. Again, I'm not a big 49er advocate, but I like Debo, and I feel like Debo's going to help them go to the playoffs again, and I see them winning the division again. So, yeah, that's just how I feel.
Going to receivers, right? Stand on receivers. We had some pretty good receivers coming out of the first round of the NFL draft.
Oh, it was low. The receiving core this year NFL draft was loaded.
If you was a receiver, this was the best time to go into the draft.
Yeah, man, it was a loaded receiver draft, and it ended up being 5 in the first round. Coming in with the first person to get picked was my guy Henry Ruggs, Las Vegas Raiders. Okay. He had the fastest 40. Next,
7.
Yeah. The next guy that was picked was Jerry Jeudy, another Bama boy who went to Denver. I'm not happy he went to Denver because, again, that's another thing I got to see. But if you look at the AFC West, it's about to be a track meet. The Chargers got receivers. The Raiders got receivers. The Chiefs' receiving core is nice. And the Broncos add Jeudy with Cortland Sutton and their other pick in the draft, KJ Hamler out of Penn State. That boy is nasty too. So, and the next receiver after Jeudy, which was a surprise, was the Cowboys getting CeeDee Lamb.
Why is that a surprise?
It was a surprise just because that he fell to 19 for the Cowboys to pick him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not that he's surprised that they picked him, just that he was projected to be one of the top 3 receivers, and for him to fall for the Cowboys to get him was a surprise that the Cowboys were able to get Jeudy to add to Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper and Zeke. So, and then next was
Jalen
Rieger out of TCU, who went to the Eagles.
Speedster.
That's going to help them with Carson Wentz and Alshon Jeffrey and D-Jack. And the last guy was Justin Jefferson, who's basically going to Minnesota to be
better Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs' replacement.
Yes.
And so if I was to just remove my fandom, you feel me? I'm going to remove my fandom. I feel like Rugg is going to have a good season for the Raiders, but we're going to use him in more various ways than just receiving. So I don't know how big his receiving numbers will be because I feel like he's going to be on jet sweeps and he's going to do a lot of different things. And, yeah, I feel like he's just going to be more of an all-around guy.
Okay.
I think the guy or the guys whose numbers are going to be the highest, give or take how things work, I feel like Jerry Jeudy has a great chance to have a good season.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with Rieger out of Philly to have a good season. Justin Jefferson, people don't understand. Minnesota lost their offensive coordinator in Stefanski, who's in Cleveland now. And Stefanski was able to really get that offense going with Thielen and Diggs. So I'm gonna hold my judgment on Jefferson's numbers just because I want to see how the offense is gonna look. And then Lamb, he's gonna be sharing a lot with Coop and Gallup and Zeke. So he's gonna be impactful, but I don't know where his numbers is gonna be, if that makes sense. So I feel like Jeudy and Rieger out of the 5 that got picked. Oh, I'm tripping. We got one more. Brandon Ayuk out there in Frisco.
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk out of Arizona State went first round to Frisco. So yeah. I feel like out of all those receivers, Rieger and Jeudy have a better chance just because I think they have a better chance to become number ones a little faster than the other 4 guys who were picked.
Hold up.
Well, I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. Okay? I agree with my man. I agree with your receiver. I agree with him, my boy Ruggs, going to be an all-around player instead of just a receiver. I feel like he's going to be using that offense a lot. So he's going to be one of the big-time players for you guys, and I'm not going to knock that. But I feel like that man that that balled out for the Oklahoma Sooners, CD, you going to see me on that football field in 3D, is going to have the best season this year for all the rookies. All the rookies, because I feel like that man, I don't believe in Amari Cooper. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. You don't got to like it, but I'm not a Coop fan. I'm just, when it's big time Coop, you don't see big time Coop. You see big time oops. Where he at? Where that man at? Coop is nowhere to be found in big time games. I don't know what it is in him in big time games and playoff moments or big time moments where they need him the most. He never's nowhere to be found. But when it's nothing on the line, he has an amazing season. And I know they paid him a bag. I don't know why they paid him before they paid Dak Prescott.
$100 million. Yeah, $100 million.
That was amazing to me. You didn't pay Dak Prescott, but you played Amari Cooper. Come on, my G. But CeeDee Lamb is about to be the new number 1 receiver in Dallas. That's why Michael Irvin gave him that number, because Irvin is a Hall of Famer. He recognized talent when he see it. He said, young man rumble. You can have my jersey and ball out for my Cowboys because you're going to be that big player that we've been missing. Cooper, he could have been, but I don't know when he's going to do it. I think CeeDee Lamb is going to have the best season out of all the rookies. And I feel like Jerry Jeudy will be second in line because that dude Locke is going to have a player he can throw the ball to. And he's going to have another slot dude out of Penn State who's going to be a hog as well. And I think Jeudy is going to be the number 1 guy. He can do everything. He's like a hybrid Julio Jones. He may not be the fastest, but the dude can run routes. He can catch. He's fast. He can downplay threat. He's going to be an all-around player, and I feel like he's going to be the number 2 receiver that have one of the best NFL seasons as a rookie for receiving. Now, number 3, man, LSU made Joe Burrow. These receivers made Joe Burrow look like, whoa. Oh, my God. Woo-hoo. Joe Burrow, but they don't ever give respect to these receivers, man. These receivers that go out there and catch the ball. Yeah, you can throw the ball, but if I don't catch it, bro, what good does it do? These players, my man Jefferson, oh my God. That dude is a baller. And even though he didn't have his best year, because another LSU receiver, bro, LSU got receivers, bro. They are known for having top receivers, man. Landry, Odell, and even there's more. I know there's more, but those are the ones that come off the top of my head. Jefferson's going to have an amazing season. He's going to help Thielen and my man Cousins ball out because he's a short-handed guy. He's a 4-5 guy. He's a down threat guy. He can catch the ball. He's an amazing route runner. He's an all-around great receiver. That is going to be top three.
He led college football last year in touchdown receptions, if I'm not mistaken. So the man can boogie. Like I said, I don't knock his abilities. I just wonder. I just need to see what their offense is going to look like. How they're going to incorporate him.
If they're going to make Kirk Cousins the focal point, then they're going to throw the ball.
But to me, their offense was great by making Dalvin Cook the focal point when he was doing all the running, which allowed for the play-action pass, which allowed them to eat downfield. So, like I said, I'm curious to see how that offense is going to work for Justin Jefferson to eat. I'm even more curious to see what they're going to do with Ayuk out there in Frisco because his style is similar to Debo. And, Shanahan is one of the most creative offensive guys.
He's an offensive messiah. I give you that. He made
Shanahan is a goon in the offensive category. So I'm real interested to see how they use Debo and Brandon in that offense. And along with Kittle and that run game that they got going and how all that meshes, because I feel like he could be pretty good in that offense. I don't think he's going to be a super numbers guy because Shanahan, he loves his run game.
He's going to give it to quarterbacks, Debo, and Kittle. That's going to be the three focal points of that offense.
Exactly. So that's why I don't think his numbers will be very high, but I do feel like he's going to compete, and he's basically replacing Emmanuel Sanders. So they just need him to make big plays at big times. He ain't got to have a bunch of numbers, but as long as he's reliable and people can count on him, I think that's what'll help Mr. Brandon Ayuk. But I mean, there's other guys like T. Higgins going to Cincinnati. He's basically, to me, going to be the A.J. Green replacement once A.J. leaves after next year because it seems like he's coming back for another year. So you have T. Higgins and Boyd, Chase Claypool. I feel like he's a monster. He's going to be pretty good. So it's just like I said, man, this receiving.
It's a heavy receiving draft. So
yes.
You never know. I always say first rounders, they have potential, but a lot of the people that stay longer in the NFL are second, third, fourth, sometimes even fifth rounders that people don't even think about, and they blossom. And it's the hunger, it's the drive, it's competitive nature to improve their game, the work ethic.
And Antonio Brown, one of them guys that wasn't a first round pick and became a monster. Emmanuel Sanders, another guy.
Yes.
It's like you said, I just think that those guys drafting the later rounds usually have a different kind of hunger level.
Right.
I'm not knocking the hunger level of first round guys because they become a first round pick. That means you was hungry in college. You was hungry.
Or you went to a big time school.
Yeah, or that too. That plays a real big part. But I just feel like, those guys who get overlooked. I feel like the Raiders got a guy in Brandon Williams out of South Carolina that was nice. He just didn't really get looked at enough because, with South Carolina. But when you look at that man numbers in college, he was consistent over his career. And I just think, those guys just come with a chip. And we know chips on them shoulders, people tend to play a little different with that chip on your shoulder. Sure. And so, like I said, man, it's going to be – it's an exciting time. The football game is opened up. So all these dudes should be given a great opportunity to get it in.
It shows based off the way they drafted. A lot of receivers. Usually you see a lot of running backs, offensive line, and all DBs and linebackers and stuff. But this was the year where a lot of receivers went early. Now, don't get me wrong, they always draft receivers in the draft, but they was going early. I mean, second, third round, usually type dudes that probably go fourth, fifth, or later third. They was getting first, second, and third. So, but you on a chopper block. We switched it up. You know what I'm saying? You had me on the basketball chopping block. So I got you on the chopping block. Okay? So, are you ready? Let me start that timer because I want to make sure we going in the sake of we giving the right time or whatever case being, because you know it's all to the good. So let's here we go. So are you ready for these questions? I got questions for you. Since you put me on the chopping block, I got questions for you. So
I'm ready, man.
Start now. Who would you take? Jerry Rice or Tim Brown? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
I'm gonna go Rice because he's arguably the greatest receiver ever to play the game. I love me some Tim though, but I'm gonna go Rice.
Okay. Who has better hands? Michael Irvin or Chris Carter?
I'm gonna go Mike because I've seen Mike's hands on the big stage. Chris Carter got hands, but Mike hands on the big stage. I never got to see CC play on the big stage. So yeah.
Who will win in 100-yard dash?
Oh,
Ruggs or Hill?
Ooh. Photo finish? Ruggs, because he's a Raider. Photo finish, though. Photo finish. I'm talking tenths of a second.
All right, last question, man. Last question, bro. If you had to choose a franchise quarterback, who would you choose? Derek Carr or Tom Brady?
What? Tom Brady right now? As you talk, you do a advantage. I'm gonna choose Brady, man. I'm gonna be
wow.
Realistic.
So you never realistic.
Be realistic, man. It's Tom Brady. Like, why would I choose DC over Tom Brady? You know, people would kill me for some shit like that. No, I'm not. No.
There y'all have it, Las Vegas Raiders. He not a real Raider fan. He just offed you off because he said Fresno graduate, Fresno quarterback.
You gonna do that?
He picked Tom Brady over you, man. DC, it wasn't me, man. It wasn't me. But y'all let me know in the comments below who are your top 5 receivers in the NFL right now, and who's gonna have a better rookie season for all the rookie receivers that was drafted. Let us know in the comments below, man. We appreciate y'all support. Appreciate the comments. Keep rocking out with us. Keep liking, subscribing, sharing out the podcast to other people who may not know about us. Because we coming up. We're coming up, man. Coming up. But thank you for tuning in another edition of Dat Talk Podcast, man. Hey, man, you got something you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Hey, man, just continue to watch, tune in. Let us know some of your little sleeper picks, too, man. Let us know about any sleeper things that we missed out on. And, it's like I said, man, it's good. And, again, you're not a real Raider fan if you're willing to choose Derek Carr over Brady. And I'm going to leave that at that.
Wow. We're going to leave it at that. But also, be on the lookout because we may be doing something special for our viewers out there. We may be having a People Choice episode, but we maybe get one of y'all viewers on the show. Woo! And put y'all on the hot seat. So be on the lookout for that. If you're interested in that piece, let us in the comments. Let us know in the comments below, man. But without further ado, y'all be safe. Stay blessed. We about to get up out of here yet again, man. I can't believe you said Tom Brady over DC.
Of course.
You're not a Raider fan, man.
I'm a realist. I can't do it.